In trading, I feel anyone like me who is fairly new to trading must be very, very, very selective. One and two, they must not go by tips. They should
Mm,
they have to create their own strategies,
mm.
their own trade setups. And I can tell you, people who survive on tips, they never make money. They only lose money.
Hello, my dear friends. This is your friend Vivek Bajaj, co-founder StockEdge and Elearnmarkets. Friends, a very happy new year 2023 to all of you. This is my first face-to-face for this year, and I'm sure that I'm going to have great learning experience along with you in this year as well. Face-to-face has kind of been very, very close to my heart. It has given me so much learning, and it has also given me a good recognition. Wherever I go, people do recognize me for the effort which me and my team is putting on. So thank you so much for accepting the way we are and the work which we are doing. This face to face, I thought, should be a very special face to face because when we are going to start this new year, we're going to start with a very positive note. And what level of positivity you get when you see your student or someone who has been following you doing phenomenal in his life. Today, I'm going to talk with a very, very normal person. Nothing extraordinary about him, but a normal person who is doing extraordinary work in market. Someone who is retired and now living his life of a full-time market participant happily after the retirement. So, guys, watch this video till the end because we're going to learn so much from this person. He's among us, and I'm sure that you will find some valuable learnings from his experiences of life. Let me welcome for this face-to-face interaction, Mr. Sabari. Hello, Mr. Sabari.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. I'm very thrilled to be here with you. You're one of my gurus, one of the most respected persons I have ever met. I know what you're doing for the tribe here for us, and I don't think I'll ever will meet somebody again like you. And it was on my bucket list, to come and meet you face to face. And now this has happened faster than I anticipated. And I'm very happy to be here and tell you how you have helped me in my life.
So sweet of you, sir. I think you are very humble and you are kind of giving me more than what I need. But thank you so much for these kind words. This will really be a great inspiration and motivation for me to work harder this year. Mr. Sabri, we will talk about you, your background. As you have said, we know about you that you are a retired person now, finding fantastic value in your time spent on markets. But the journey of market for the last 2 to 3 years, where you have been very, very active in the market, has been quite decently rewarding for you. And there have been many people who have contributed to that journey. So let us talk about the impact people have bring into your system. And it's not just me. I think there are many, many more people who
Yeah.
have created an impact in your whole journey of market till date.
So, yes, sir, you're absolutely right. Whenever I talk to my friends and relatives, those who care to listen to me about who all has taught me, I always tell them only one thing: you have to kiss a lot of frogs before you meet your Prince Charming. So in this market, it is full of fin influencers, as they now call themselves, who will only influence your bank balance, and that too not in a very positive way. So I have gone through that. I have bitten the bullet, I have swallowed the bullet. Some bullets have gone through me also. So I initially, when I started my journey, I went through this pain when I lost a lot of money to these people. And I thought, Why can't I learn it? It's not going to be rocket science. With my kind of background, I can easily learn it. And that's how I started to learn from various people. And I'm fortunate that I came across you. And before you, I had a lot of others also. Like I am a student of Vishal Malkhan, who is also a very great teacher. And other than Vishalji, I have his wife, Mrs. Meghna Malkhan, who has taught me all about mindsets and the philosophy of investing. And through you, I met not only you Chetan Panchanamia, Professor Kaushik Akiwatkar, people like Sauradeep De, Sanando. They all have given me immense learnings. I could not absorb all of them. So I realized that I can only take in so much. I need to find my own path. Another gentleman who has helped me a lot is also from Calcutta. His name is Shailesh Sharaf. You must have heard about him. He taught me all about investing. The fund, looking at the fundamentals, all the balance sheet ratios. What are the investors looking for, and how to decipher it? Pratik Patel, another friend of yours, known as Nifty Millionaire, is also one of my gurus, along with another friend of yours called Bharat Trader, Niranjan. All these people also, uh, I cannot explain how much they have influenced me, how much they have given me, the value they have added to me. It has been immense. So, throughout the entire life, I am actually obliged to these people for having taught me the very basics of candlesticks to patterns, how to look at the market, the top down approach, how to select stocks, and how to hold on to them, and how not to, um, exit and either exit at a huge loss or exit without extracting the maximum profits wherever possible.
I think, Mr. Sabri, you are a great learner. It is not just about other people who are giving to you, but it's also very important for oneself to be a great learner and seek right knowledge
Yeah.
from multiple people. So you have done a great job in that, and your experiences of life has taken you where you are right now.
Yes.
So you are almost 62, and I mean you have experiences in IT companies, very very rich experiences. So let
Yeah.
us talk about you. What have you done in your life, and how have you reached where you are right now?
So I wouldn't say that I come from a very poor family or something. Even though I was not born with a silver spoon, I was made to do with tin spoons and aluminum spoons, which is good enough. My father was an army officer, and my mother was also working. She was a bureaucrat, and the lessons they have taught me it still continues
Hmm.
because they struggled to bring us up. And I was born in 1960. Now I'm 62 years old. I started off my career as a career in sales, and after a few years, because I had a road accident, I needed to look for a steady job. A job doesn't involve too much travel, and the doctor himself prescribed that you will join a bank. So happy that I got into State Bank of India as an officer manager, and gave me a lot of grounding. There meeting people, and I was again into credit. So there was a lot of opportunity for me to learn all about balance sheets, to study industries, and did quite a decent job there. From there on, I went to American Express Bank, where when I left American Express Bank, I was the director of their back office in New Delhi branch. So afterwards, I joined IT companies because IT was just beginning to take off then. The year was 1999. The Y2K was amongst us. So tremendous opportunities. I did not join very big companies. I joined the mid-tier or lower mid-tier companies where you get a huge exposure, not just to one phase. I was a project manager, delivery lead, delivery manager, vice president, CXO, handling recruitment, HR, finance. So the whole lot. It was quite rewarding also. So much so that at the age of 54, I decided to retire.
Wow.
And I retired and I came to Bangalore, suburban Bangalore, very rural Bangalore, and I settled down. I bought a farm, and the final calling, my calling was, all about street dogs.
Yeah.
And I started a farm. We have 17 street dogs there, and they give me all the affection, love that still continues to be my first calling. So I sit there with them, I talk to them, I feed them, and I would like to say that there is a very good connection between us.
Yeah.
So I call them my Bhairava army. So I'm quite happy with the way things are going on there, and it has actually become very self-sustaining because a lot of people contribute, and we are able to take care of these animals quite well. They're very healthy. They're very happy,
Nice. Nice.
and
It's quite inspiring to know that. In fact, I would love you to show the pictures of all the dogs. I think you have a picture for us.
yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Um, so
One of the
uh,
reason why I
uh,
decided to do face to face with you was not just the your understanding of the market and the fact that you are doing so good there, but because you are such a great human being doing this, what you are doing right now. So show us the picture so that we all get inspired in this new year.
yeah, all the 17 dogs in the farm are there. As you can
Hmm.
see, they're from different ages, different. There are males and females there, and they're a very lively bunch of
Mm.
animals. All of them have been picked off the streets of
Mm.
Bangalore, and they get very good medical attention. Lots of food. They have a lot of area to play, and they're very happy, healthy animals.
Nice. Fantastic. Very good to
Thank
see
you.
this.
Thank you.
And I'm sure that karma is playing well for you in market as well. So now let's
Yeah,
get into the market discussion
yeah,
and see what you are doing in market using technicals.
yes, sir. Okay, sir. I will now start the. Can you see my screen, sir?
Yes, yes, I can see the screen. Yeah.
Yes, I will bring it to full screen now. Yeah. So this is the full screen.
Hmm.
So as we already discussed, I'm not a very hardened trader. I am trading and investing. In investments, at least I have a very good grounding,
Hmm.
and it is not very difficult to do investing if you can identify the right stocks, because I have a background in credit also.
Okay.
It's easy for me. But now there are incredible amount of tools. You are not longer required to have any information in balance sheet analysis or cash flow analysis or anything like that.
Hmm.
StockEdge gives you incredible amount of information. Incredible. There's combo scans gives you, throws out all the good stocks which you can, and you are actually charging very little for that
Yeah.
facility. And this is facility I intend to use as long as I can use it, because that is one of the a steady flow of reasonably good stocks and very good stocks come from StockEdge.
Yeah.
Before StockEdge, I was using charting and various other tools, especially Value Stocks app of Shailesh G also helps in giving you very good stocks. Now, all of them, I put them into TradingView,
Okay.
and I look for certain signals when I can buy. So,
Absolutely. This is
and
as simple as it can get.
yeah, absolutely, very simple. And then you are totally stress free. Once you enter a stock, I will also demonstrate what I usually do, and
Yeah.
it's extremely stress free. And you need to only sit during Saturdays and Sundays, and set your new exits or additional pyramiding as the case may be.
Yeah. Yeah.
The brokers I use are Zerodha, as always. Kite use I use Sharekhan's Trade Tiger. I
Okay.
also use Define Edge. Define Edge is because I've been introduced to Define Edge, and I like their Ranko systems very well.
Okay.
Obstra, I not really started using, even though I'm a fully paid subscriber to Obstra. I hope that during 2023 I will get more familiar with the options and they be able to do some good option trades as well.
Okay.
So this is my daily routine. I go through nearly 250 to 300 charts every day, especially all FNO stocks I go through. When I go say I go through, I don't spend lot of time in it. The 250 to 300 charts I can go through in about 1 hour if it is needed, because I only look at certain points in the chart. It is not meeting, I just move away from there. So once I select my stocks, then I put it into another screen so that I can view it in a multi-time frame layout.
Okay.
And I cross-validate it with the Rango charts if needed. Then I enter the various trades as taught to me by people, my gurus. Videos I see a lot every day. After about 3:30, I even bring my lunch to in front of the table and look at videos, face-to-face videos. And I must congratulate you, sir. The amount of content you put out there is so much that I really don't have time. I don't know how you get the time to create it. I don't get the time to see it fully. And I really don't get the time to see it fully because you have the understanding about it. And I have to rewind again here so that I can absorb something from them. And I find that that itself is very, very difficult to do. I also look at Ishimo's SOIC videos. It's fabulous. They are really like drinking concentrated acid. So much information comes out.
Hmm.
And Vishal Malkhan's and videos and Markets Mojo videos. EOD routine, StockEdge social is a part of EOD routine. It is like having the evening tea or snacks or night dinner, as the case may be. I need to go through it, StockEdge social. I need to look at what my gurus are telling there. I need to go through what people are saying. Especially, I follow people like Jyoti Budhia, Sujirimta, Shauradeep De, and others. I get a lot of ideas from them, and especially if they're fundamental in nature, then I put them into use.
Yeah.
Trading, not so much. Trading, I need to be very selective going forward because trading, as you know, is a double-edged sword. Everybody can make mistakes. Your gurus are also human; they make mistakes, but you have only so much capital. You need to be aware of that. Mm.
Yeah.
Another routine I use is charting. So many people don't know much about charting the site.
Yeah.
You can create your own screeners and it throws up an incredible amount of good opportunities.
Yeah.
So all these I put them into the trading view and I update it and I review it through my own screens, which I have prepared, and I shortlist it for the next day.
Okay.
And that's how I do. So then I also do my journaling, which is very important. Unless you journal, you do not know why you entered a trade.
Yeah.
Your objective always have to be defined. Your short exits have to be defined. This is better. I mean, it's easier said than done. I also face a lot of uh, issues when I can't do my journaling well. But if I do my journaling well, it gives me a more conviction to hold on to the trade, even if it is going through a little drawdown.
Yeah. Yeah. Very clean, neat, and effective routine you have.
Yes, sir. I don't want to preach or pontificate because
Mm.
I have not reached that stage. So, as I said earlier, also, I'm primarily a long term investor. And I strongly feel, as Warren Buffett once said, trading gives you income, investment gives you wealth.
Hmm.
So definitely I do investments. Investments are also relatively stress free. And I have this group of stocks, this group A stocks or top 200 nifty stocks.
Hmm.
And I will show you the chart also where a long-term trade is initiated when RSI crosses a particular level,
Okay.
and how you pyramid and how you exits. That is one. This first paragraph, the 1, 2, 3, 4 is one strategy. Then this
Okay.
multi-year cup patterns come, and these cups are breaking out everywhere, and almost every week a new cup is formed. And depending on your risk, you can enter these cups and hold on to make some good money. This
Hmm.
also I can show you 1 or 2 instances where I have made a lot of money. Long-term sound stocks can be used, can be obtained through ready-made tools available in the web. Some of them are free, some of them you have to pay very little money. Another website is a screener where you can write small programs, and not programs, you can actually write it in plain English, and it will filter out these stocks for you.
Yeah.
So these are some of the tools that I use. 1 or 2 of them are paid, many of them are free.
Yeah.
So for cash trades, swing or positional in from StockEdge itself, we can get incredible amount of scans, volume shockers. Then merely by listening to you every week itself, you will get a lot of good stocks. In Hutco, I know I made recent money.
Nice.
Recently, I made money in Lemon Tree, even though it has dropped off. I exited very early itself.
Yeah.
I think from 92, 93, I rode all the way to 102. And
Okay.
102, I exited because I had a very firm idea that, I should exit with profit. I
Okay.
didn't want, I just not a long term stock for me because I had some issues with the fundamental numbers of Lemon Tree, not for anything else.
Okay.
So all these, from stock social, IIFL also has also given me a lot of money. That's once again, it was your stock.
Hmm.
You are recommended. I
Hmm.
could not enter MCX because I had a feeling it may not go very much. It was wrong. It really took off well. Then your FIPA stocks. So you have given another scan called the super strong stocks, CPA. All these stocks can be put into a list, and we can follow it during, especially in the weekends, go through it. And if it gels well with your indicator, with your strategies, you can go in because these are already selected stocks,
Yeah.
and it will definitely give you money, or at least if you doesn't make you money, it will give you an easy exit also.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the RS based charts I like, RS indicator also I use a lot.
Okay.
And recently Niranjan Bhai has actually done a little bit of work on it, and his latest RS is there, which I use a lot. It gives you a lot of value. For FNO stocks in trading, I generally use these screens because I'm little not very comfortable with FNO's futures and options. So Professor Akiwadkar's idea is to select the top stocks based on their growth over the period of last 5 years, and I have slightly tweaked it. He may not like it, but then I have slightly tweaked it, and it is giving me fairly decent results now. In the I only trade in one lot at a time, just to be on the safe side. It is giving me some decent returns, and I hope to work on these strategies and improve it during 2023.
Good.
Mm.
Good.
So
So, can you also share with us the exact strategy which you use for your cash trading as well as for your FNO, if you at all
yes,
want to know more?
yes, I will definitely be telling you that. So this is the in cash exactly what I do. I will be demonstrating this with a chart also.
Hmm.
See, all these stocks which you are doing momentum investing has to be in the large cap or the mid cap called the A group stocks,
Okay.
stocks that moves with very good volumes and liquidity.
Mm-hmm.
And I use it on weekly charts. And you can also use candlesticks and Renko also if you use Renko. So you buy when the price breaks 60 in a weekly chart, RSI 60, and the SL is SMA 20. So
Okay.
the beauty of the 20 SMA is that it keeps going up even the price is going up.
Okay.
So when the previous stop loss becomes your cost, SMA rises to your cost, you can pyramid,
Mm-hmm. Mm.
and you exit whenever the SMA hits, when the price hits the SMA 20 or
Mm.
closes below. So this is a strategy taught to be by Vishal Malkhan. This is why I use it great deal of profits.
Okay.
So this is one where I'm holding. As you can see, it's from about 1,800 or so. It has crossed RSI 60 here,
Okay.
and you don't care about the stock, the background of the promoter or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's giving you momentum. You want to make money, you enter.
Yeah.
So and you just hold it. Here it is not close below. This is just closed above. So you just hold it. And even today, it has not given you an exit. Already
Okay.
two times the money it has already made for you from March. 100 more than 100% returns it has given you from actually you entered here. So yeah, I entered here.
Okay.
So during the month of March, April, and it is still there. So it's a very simple scheme. You enter when RSI is above 60 and you exit when it closes below SMA 20. Many gurus have tweaked this a hell of a lot. They put EMA 89 or 61, all these Fibonacci numbers they use. It's good. All of them will work. This also works. That also works.
Okay.
Uh, so this is what I do, and I have made decent money in this stocks. So this top 200 RSI going above 60 every week, you will get at least a dozen stocks.
Mm.
And now you can filter it based on the fundamentals if you want to be selective. In which case, if you filter it based on fundamentals, you may not get this particular stock
Yeah.
because it doesn't do very well on fundamentals.
Yeah.
If you want fundamentals, go with HDFC, for example. HDFC
Mm.
is still, I have entered sometime during the month of November, and it is still giving you a lot of returns. You can also add the RS element to it,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you will get even more. Your entry may be a little more delayed, but you will definitely get more high conviction trades this way.
Just a small thing here. When you're using weekly chart, no,
Yeah,
use RS55, RS21, not
yeah.
RS55. Because
RS,
RS55 will take a lot of time for confirmation.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
in a weekly chart, use RS21, and in daily chart, use RS55.
Okay, that is very good. It's a good learning because if you look here, RS21 has already given
Yeah,
entry.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So this
RS55,
we did
yeah,
that back testing and we realized that 55 will take a lot of time because 55 weeks is like almost a year.
I know, yeah,
21,
yeah,
21
yeah.
weeks is 6 months.
I know.
So, and my model of RS is around 3 month time frame that if a stock is outperforming over 3 months, it's okay. So 1 year is a huge, there's a lot of lag if you take 1 month. So
Yeah,
21 you can use and you can see this working well with RSI. So we
yes, yes,
actually did a good session, me and Vishal, in face-to-face Bangkok,
yeah,
where
yeah.
we did a session where I was looking at the same stock from RS perspective. He was looking at RSI, and we
Mm,
created a joint template
I
where
see.
if RSI is above 60, RS21 is above zero, and the stock is also trading above moving averages 21 and 55. There
Yeah,
is it's a no-brainer. Just
no
buy
brainer.
it,
Yes,
move on.
and the best part is, boss. this gives you minimum 20% returns every year.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I can't use the word guarantee, then that becomes that's a very, very bad term in stock trading.
yeah, yeah,
But the
yeah.
point is, it's my experience. And one thing I can share with you is that during this financial year, in my cash investments, I am going at least 37%
Oh,
above my
wow.
capital. My, of course, the last 1 month, don't please don't count it, because especially the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, that is the kind of return you can get, and this is totally stress free, because you're going through a weekly chart. You look at it during Saturday or Sunday, and then you put your exits, or you can use your pyramiding that time.
But the last 2 weeks have been bad weeks, so which is okay, which is part of the game. So market works
Yeah,
like that only, that it will give you good return. But
yeah.
there are weeks when a return will go down. But finally, at the end of the day, at the end of the year, the
Mm,
target is to generate 20%, 20-25% CAGR.
yes, and that is a decent amount, very good amount.
Yeah.
Mm. So these are the stocks which I exited. Alkylamines and Tata Elixir. At Alkylamines and Tata Elixir have been very rewarding. Very, very, very rewarding. You see this, how where I entered, it was in three digits, and by the time I exited, it was around this number, 3,700 number.
I have few
So
questions here.
yeah,
When you exit, do you wait for the closing below 20-day moving average?
yes, I do that because I generally check this only on Saturday and Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
But Vishalji has said if it pierces the SMA, exit. Um, but I feel I may be wrong. I also will seek your advice. When you're looking at a 20 weekly SMA, the piercing is not a final view because it has to close below.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
If you're
True
looking
that.
on a daily, if daily it is fine. If it pierces and if it closes somewhere around, you can exit.
Mm.
Of course, if I've exited at the time of piercing, I would have got another maybe 300, 400 rupees here. I would have got.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then I look at it only on Saturdays and Sundays and then decide.
So will you trade on Monday morning then? If you look at
Yeah,
Saturday, Sunday, okay.
absolutely, absolutely. I put a GTT or something like that in Siroda and I exit the trade.
Okay. Hmm. And the second thing is that when you are writing the stock, will
Yeah.
you add more positions when you are right in the stock?
Yes, sir. It's a very simple exercise. Once
Hmm.
you enter here in this particular area, this
Hmm.
becomes your stop loss.
Hmm. Hmm.
So once it reaches here, this area, your stop loss is your cost price.
Hmm.
There you can pyramid depending on your risk appetite.
Okay.
You can pyramid, and then
Hmm.
that becomes your stop loss for the pyramided portion only.
Okay.
And you keep riding it. So every time your SMA reaches your cost price, you can pyramid.
Okay. Okay.
So you can pyramid one share, two shares, five shares, 10 shares, depending on whatever you can. But
Okay.
pyramid you must. Pyramiding is one of the wonders of the world, like
Yeah.
compounding.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you don't pyramid, you won't make much money. You'll make money, but you are already in the trade. You have a high conviction in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. True.
And see, look at Tata Elixir. And I should have added persistent also because it gave me an incredible amount of money the last year.
Yeah.
Mm. So next strategy is the cup strategy, which is a very common strategy. It is so common, so simple, many people don't even follow it. See, we need, as human beings, we need more and more complicated strategies.
Yeah. Yeah.
A simple screener in charting will throw out about 5-10 cups every week. You can
Okay.
select your cup,
Okay.
whichever you want to follow. Gravita India, I'm still holding it. I'm not exited.
Okay.
Uh, and I must have entered actually lesser than this. I entered this cup in this here,
Okay.
140, 150 areas. Because a cup is a cup. In all time high cup is the best cup.
Okay.
All-time high cup with the longest unbroken time. The longer the cup, the better the move. You
Okay.
see. So you can enter a cup here also. In this is also a cup. But then ATH cup, the all-time high cups are the best.
Okay.
This is what I have been taught in Vishal Malkan's sessions, and that's I have made a lot of money out of cups also.
Okay.
Now, Federal Bank Cup, the more recent cup, it's many people say it has failed because it has hit the neckline and come down. I am still holding. I have great conviction in it because RS is still above 1.
Okay.
So I'm still holding, and I think Federal Bank will turn around because it got mauled in the last 2 weeks. But last 2 weeks, very few stocks escaped unscathed.
Okay.
So I'll give it some more time, and if it doesn't leave above the neckline, then I may have to exit.
Mm-hmm.
As of now, I'm still holding. So recent cups include Cummins.
How do you find out the cup formation?
See in charting, I have created a small screener.
Can you, can
Not me.
you, is it possible for you to share now?
Yeah, let me just see, sir. Can you see these dogs?
Yeah, I
Yes.
can see. I can see.
So yeah, this is the cup screen. This is not made by me. It is made by another fellow trader,
Okay.
and it will not give you a cup. For example, NACL Industries has come in today's
Mm.
screener. If we look at it, you have to put it in trading view and check. See, it will detect something like this,
Okay. Okay.
and then you have to see if it is actually a good cup. Ponni Sugars Erode has given a decent cup today. So then you bring it in trading view and you check it out.
Okay.
So Ponni Sugars cup is from 2012 and is already burst out. So it's still you can enter Ponni Sugars if all the other parameters. It's a long cup. It's a very big cup, and it can be done. So once again, I can show it to you. This is the screener that I use. Then there's another one called Aries Agro. See, all this kind of movement the screener will detect. Then it is up to you. You have to.
Okay. I mean,
Uh,
there is no fixed software which can detect these patterns. You have to be the approximations only.
yeah, then you have
And
to put your own mind to it.
annual. Yeah. Yeah.
This also comes. This you can reject immediately. It is not Orient paper. Is not yet this thing.
Got
Then
it.
the Titagad wagons. Titagad wagons also I think it is coming up as a decent cup. Mm. So this
Got
is
it.
how this is how I do these things.
Got it. Got it.
Mm. So cups also you will get at least a dozen or more cups every year, and this also will add to your revenues quite a bit.
Mm.
This stress free. Now the cup you always as I said, ATH cups, the all-time high cups are the best. And second rule is between two cups should have at least it should have a very long distance, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. The longer the cup, the better will be the move. And you always have to buy above the neckline, 3 or 4% above the neckline. This is the neckline. And if it pierces back under 3-4%, then you have to exit. Otherwise, it can continue. You can pyramid and you can hold as long as you want to. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So between these two, I make a lot of money there. That is the first one, which I said RSI plus moving average. Very
Mm.
simple. And there are many teachers who gives you a lot of other tweaks to this particular first strategy. All of them are good. Nothing is bad. But this is what I follow. This is what I could also teach my wife. She also does the whole thing without
Hi.
my.
That's very good.
Yeah,
I
she's
mean,
sitting.
is she sitting?
Yeah,
Hi,
she's
Leo,
there.
ma'am. How are you? So good to see you, supporting him and engaging with him in this exercise.
Mm,
Awesome. Very good. Very good.
okay, so she's there. She helps me a lot. She reviews it, and I think both of us are in the. I am retired, and she's there with me, so it is a good time for us to sit and do all this work.
Nice.
Mm. And this is the latest cup, but it has already run away. This is a 2 day old screen. Usha Martin today, I think, has really gone up. I don't have access. This is a beautiful cup. See when it started, 2008,
Mm.
2008, and it has really run away. Now
Mm.
I think it is gone up sufficiently high. But if you have the conviction, you can always hold it. Now the problem is the simple moving average 20 will be very far down, so the risk will be higher. Then these are some of my trading strategies that I use. The grandfather, father, son. I I'm very selective now in my trading. I don't generally run in and trade because I have burnt my fingers here. I have my share of success also, but in trading, I feel anyone like me who is fairly new to trading must be very, very, very selective. One and two, they must not go by tips.
Mm.
They have to create their own strategies,
Mm.
their own trade setups. And I can tell you, people who survive on tips, they never make money. They only lose money.
Yeah.
My all my profitable trades have been decided by me. When I follow somebody else, I generally don't make much money. I in
Yeah.
fact end up losing a lot of money.
Yeah.
These particular these all these GFS is grandfather, father, son. Range shift is a very commonly used term when the momentum changes from one shift, one range to another.
Okay.
And then there is the PRD. This is the reverse divergences, the RSI divergences. Then the Renko strategies are there, which has been taught by Kaushik ji,
Mm.
and that is very good. I am developing, honing my skills on Renko. I clearly feel that Renko is the way forward. And my only issue now is I have learned a lot of candlestick charting also. So there's a
Mm.
tremendous, that you feel once you decide with the Rango strategy, you come back to candlesticks and see if the candlestick patterns are giving you the same interpretation.
Okay.
Sometimes it will not give us many a time. So you don't take this trade and then you have what is this analysis paralysis happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just
So so that's a very important point you have raised, that how do you combat with that analysis paralysis, because you're running multiple strategies, multiple setups. How do you keep mind compartmentalized, that if I'm using this, I'm just using the, if I'm using that, I'm just using that. How do you do that?
I'm not doing it. That is my problem, sir. I
Okay.
am, I
Okay.
am, I am, I am battling that issue now.
Okay.
I have decided that I will study Renko deeply and I'll go
Okay.
full time into Renko.
Okay.
And candlesticks, I will look only for my investments
Okay.
and other things. That's because Renko is noiseless and it gives you a lot of conviction in trading.
Yeah.
So I'm fighting it. I don't have immediately a solution. The
Okay.
solution lies within me only.
Yeah.
I realize that and I need to fight it. That's the only
I
way.
think you can have maybe you can have multiple broker account per strategy, and every
Yeah,
strategy can be restricted to a particular model. You can just like, your wife is there to help you for a specific thing. You can
yeah,
have team members who are helping you, so that your
yes.
mind doesn't get too much cluttered with lot of setups. You
Oh,
can
yes, yes.
actually borrow minds of other people to transfer the setups.
Mm. See, the problem which I face as a learner,
Mm.
that is that when I learn a lot of strategies.
Okay.
and I am very clear that I can't use all these strategies.
Yeah, that's true.
At the same time, I'm also confused. This particular strategy I should have used. And once you enter a trade with one particular strategy, then you change it to another strategy because that you feel is working with this trade. That is when the market turns around and kicks you in the wrong place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really. And one strategy which is very good is the trend following strategies, which
Yeah.
the momentum strategy in cash is trend following. And
Okay.
if you have a good FNO stock in that, you can tweak it and make it into, you can put it into Renko and follow that in Renko, because if price is moving up, it will move up in Renko, it will move up in candlesticks as well.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So obviously you have learned this as part of the TMP mentorship program where
Yes, sir.
Kaushik taught
Yeah,
Renko. And
yeah.
so how impactful was that entire program of mentorship for which you were through for 6 months? How was that? How did it change you? How did it prepare you for this market?
The biggest advantage of the mentorship program is that it is quite scientific in nature.
Mm, mm.
Each person has incredible knowledge, whether it is Sharadeep or it is Sanando or Chetan or Kaushik. And of course, you also, I didn't see you often enough in TMP. That's only, but of course, I learned all about from other videos.
Yeah.
The, the, the kind of information they have, yeah, it is not peripheral, it is very deep.
Yeah.
So the way they say with conviction
Yeah.
is so much that it is sometimes too much for it to swallow.
Yeah.
It is so much that I'm I have not actually done Chetan's strategies very well because he's extremely scientific, and I'm what 60, 64, 62 years old.
Yeah.
The Greeks just fly over my head.
Yeah.
And Sanando, exceptionally great teacher,
Yeah.
exceptionally great teacher,
Yeah.
fabulous ideas. But once again, he's gone so deep.
Yeah.
It is good for the youngsters. And I'm telling you, the youngsters follow these people, they can make a tremendous living. But for me,
Yeah.
I have all the recordings. I will go through them patiently and I'll reconnect back with them to learn more during the
Okay.
next year.
Yeah.
Maybe I
Learning is a
will.
continuous process.
Is
Learning
a
can never stop. So, and
so
revisiting, revising always helps
yeah.
in going back to basic once again.
But one person with whom I gelled very well is Professor Kaushik.
Yeah.
And he was teaching it in a very simple manner. There
Yeah.
is not too much science in it, just a lot of reasoning behind the whole thing.
Yeah.
So that gelled with me. There will be many people who would be taken by Chetan's teaching and Sanando's teachings
Yeah. Yeah.
because they are more investigative minds, they have more analytical minds they have.
Yeah.
For me, it is simple. Serve me some food, biryani, serve me, I will eat it. I don't know. So some people would like to know how it is made,
Yeah.
which is good, which is also good. And I am not very happy with the fact that I am unable to absorb their teachings and their learnings. But
Okay.
TMP has been a very fabulous session, and I learned an incredible amount from that. More than the learning is that I came across a very lot of handsome princes.
Sure. Sure. Great. Good to know your
Yeah.
experience.
Yes.
Please continue.
So this is GFS Cummins India. As you can see, grandfather is above 60. The father, the weekly is also above 60. And the daily is just touched 40. It's
Hmm.
a few days old. I think Cummins has recovered from this. So it's a very good GFS strategy. When monthly is above 60, weekly is above 60, and the daily comes to 40. And you get a confirmation candle. It is going up. So you have to wait for under 1 or 2 days.
Hmm.
When the green candle comes up, you can latch onto it. And, especially in futures, it can be quite rewarding. And the risk levels are also very low at this point because once it comes down and goes down below 40, then you are out of it with very little risk.
Okay. Can you explain this strategy in more detail?
Yeah. So what you do is have a three pane in trading view.
Mm-hmm.
One is monthly, other is weekly, another is daily.
Okay.
So the you can also do a screener in charting
Okay.
when RSI is above 60 on a monthly, RSI is above 60 on a weekly, or RSI is just between 38 and 45 on a daily.
Okay.
So it will give you the stocks which are in that position, and then you put it on trading view. And here you'll have to wait for the confirmation candle to come up. That is
Okay.
the only thing. This for this setup to work, the this has to turn from here up. Understood? It is a turn
Okay.
up. If
Okay.
it goes further down, the entire setup is falling.
Okay.
Once it turns up, the idea is that the momentum in monthly and weekly will pull up the daily.
Okay. Okay.
So this trade you will get more than a dozen times every month,
Okay.
and at least two or three of them will work very well. Yeah. This is good in futures,
Okay.
positional futures trading,
Okay.
and it also fails. This is not a this is Adani also. Adani never let you down. It is
Yeah.
still asking you to hold.
Okay.
So it is now a GFS trade, and the risk levels are very low. Once it turns and goes down, you exit. Otherwise, it may take you back to its old levels.
Okay. So basically, looking at the monthly and the weekly chart,
Yeah,
uh, you are trying to gauge the strength of the momentum, and
yeah.
you always enter the trade on the retracement. You are not doing breakout trading. You are doing retracement trading,
Retracement
looking
trading,
at the daily chart.
daily charts. Yes,
Yeah.
daily charts provided a confirmation comes
The confirmation will come from where?
in the daily chart. Once it hits 40,
Yeah.
it has to come up. The green candle is there.
Okay.
So tomorrow or whenever the next day, you can enter above the green candle with this green candle low as the
Stop
stop
loss.
loss. Stop loss. A very
Got
small
it.
stop loss. I can enter.
Got it. So, when do you So see, for example, this weekly and daily, monthly, if it remains strong for some time,
Yeah.
like RSI is above, the fact that RSI is above 60 in daily, in
Mm.
weekly, does that mean that the momentum is positive?
Yes, sir. That's how
Okay.
we take it. The momentum
So
is indeed positive.
if RSI goes below 60, then you will not enter, right?
Yeah, in weekly and monthly, we will not enter. It's not a perfect GFS.
Okay. Okay. Got it. So in weekly and monthly, if both the RSI has to remain above 60,
Yeah.
then only you will enter looking at the daily chart, correct?
Daily chart, that too, daily chart has to be around 40.
Got it. I got
Sec-
it.
Secondly, daily chart has to give you a green candle
Got it. Got it.
that it is indeed retracing, because if the overall position is weak, the first you hit will be the daily chart will go below 40. It will be dragging both the father and grandfather down with it, and that may be the entire script may be reversing, but there.
Do you also go short by the same model?
Yes, we can also go short by the same
So
model.
if monthly and weekly chart is below 60,
No, monthly
right?
and weekly chart is below 40,
Below 40. Okay.
and daily is hitting 60 and
Okay.
returning down from 60.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah, okay, sir. But I don't do it because I'm a new trader,
Yeah.
and doing a short sell. I do a lot of short selling. I do a short sell in Nifty indices. I do,
Yeah.
but stocks I'm a little wary of doing
Can
because
we follow the same strategy for indices also for Nifty
yes,
Bank Nifty?
yes, yes, you can follow the same thing in indices
Okay.
also.
Okay. Sure.
This is a but it is now back. Yeah, TVS Motors failed, and where was it? It was somewhere here. sorry, go back. And then yeah, it pierced here, so it got kick hit out. So the green candle, buy above the green and sell below the green. So I had to exit the stock. So it fails also, but now it is back. Now we recently it thrown up in my screen as that TVS Motors is back. Yeah, it is picking up. So perhaps RSI 40, maybe if you can relax it a bit, it might work. But then a process is a process. You have to follow it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm,
A process is a process to be followed.
yeah,
Fantastic. Well said.
yes, sir. Then there is something which is known as a range shift. Range shift also gives fairly decent returns. It may not work every time. So while I detect this and then share it with my friends, I have not traded range shifts much. This is when below 60, it comes above 60 and then bounces off 60. Uh, this is called a range shift. Yeah, earlier it was below 60. Now it has gone above and taken a bounce at 60, then and going up. So it is like a range shift, and it is. If you back test, you will find that range shifts work in most of the cases. But for me,
So,
I'm
can you give
happy.
an can you elaborate this particular case, like the Axis Bank contract, how the range shift has happened?
The range shift, you can see it was between 40 and 60 for some time. I,
Oh, you're talking about RSI range.
or it's a range, yes.
Okay, okay,
And then
got
it
it.
has gone above 60, and
Okay,
it dipped. It took 60 support and it's going up again.
okay.
So this is a range shift. This kind of trades you will get practically on a daily basis.
Hmm.
And it will be very selective also, because markets sometimes don't believe in range shifts. The range shift is created by the market.
Got it.
PRD, this is a beautiful thing. You have bullish divergences and bearish divergences.
Hmm.
It is very common. People know all about it. Now you have what is known as the reverse divergences. You have the negative reverse divergence and positive reverse divergence. This is again something taught by Vishal Malkan. There are a lot of free videos also by Vishal Malkan in YouTube, where he has taught about the reverse divergences, where price makes higher highs and RSI makes lower lows.
Hmm.
And when these happen above 60, the result is magic. This is
Hmm.
what it, especially it can happen on a monthly chart, it can happen on a weekly chart, it can happen on a daily chart as well.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So as you can see, the gold is this is the late one of the latest December 26th gold chart,
Hmm.
and now gold is doing reasonably well. So it is a really after detecting this range shift. See, it was at 54,695, and gold is now 54,759.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So, if you can act on a range shift, I personally have not done commodities, but I review this just to see how effective range shift is.
Sure.
PRD is, and it is extremely, extremely, extremely effective. People who can understand PRD and trade on PR. There are people who do only trading on PRD, nothing
Hmm.
else,
Hmm. Hmm.
and they make a lot of money. In all these strategies which I said, the element of options are also there, which is,
Hmm.
if there's a move which can be detected earlier, naturally you can buy options, you can sell options at certain levels and make money.
Hmm. Hmm.
I have
Got
not
it.
entered there because I am not at that proficient, and during 2023, I am going to practice doing that.
Yeah, I think you should, because
Mhm.
options would be a great way to implement
For
all these strategies into market. Futures at times is slightly
yeah,
more riskier. Option is much more moderated risk.
yes, yes. So
Yeah.
in all these games, there's a gold option. You can buy an option here, knowing that gold will go up, or you can sell a P from any of these bottoms.
Sure. Sure.
This is, I have entered most of my strategies are over, and if there is any the clarifications, I can try and explain, or else I can just talk about my challenges
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
forward. Yeah. So as of now, because I am a learner, I learn from a lot of people. I have too many strategies. I need to pick two or three for each market segment. I am active in cash or futures or options, in equities, futures or commodities. And I have the same issues which many traders have. I have analysis paralysis. I was begin a trade with one strategy, try to end it with another. All this can have serious implications on your bank balance.
Yeah.
And as Vishalji has already told me, you have to go deep, not broad.
Yeah.
Journaling is very important for anybody, something which I also need to work on. Unless you journal, you do not know your mistakes. Because mind plays games with you. You forget your mistakes and you repeat it. But when you journal, you will not repeat your mistakes. You will at least think two times before repeating a mistake. And the tremendous amount of content floating around. Be selective with whom you want to follow. That is what I try to tell myself every time. And do in more of investments. And if the family members are interested, it is a question of money. Everybody will be interested once you teach them. And I'm sure these things which I have just explained, if I can overcome them, I'll be a much better trader.
Yeah.
I want to start a trading office, hire a few people to do the trading. And for relaxation, I would like to spend more time with the dogs, take in more dogs, give the more infrastructure. I educate children. I have two small girls whom I'm educating. They're from very poor background. And yeah, above the age of 60, health is wealth. Money is just a derivative. But your futures is your health. You have no option but to take care of your health.
Yeah.
Mhm.
True.
And I have discussed a lot of my failure. Exit is a major failure, sometimes too hasty, cannot hold my nerve. Uh, Repeated warning signals come, you already gone through, but you still ignore it. All this can be reduced, if you be a selective trader. Do a little yoga, morning walks. Vipassana program I have underwent, 10-day program. It has helped a lot. Going forward, I want to do, one day which I don't trade at all. I will just learn. I think that is very much essential. I want to avoid intraday trades altogether. Is much better for me. I already said no to all these news channels, all these irrelevant Telegram channels. All have been removed from my list because intend to be part of StockEdge Social. If you notice, I am a little more active now. I try to post at least one every day, one
Yes.
posting in social.
Yes. Yes.
You
Yes.
must have noticed it because last time, I noticed that I am not giving, I'm only taking. Now I started giving also. I think I have something to give. And more than what I can give is the feedback I get when people who are blue ticks and green ticks also gives me a like or appreciation. It becomes a tremendous encouragement for me. So that's what I wanted to say, sir.
Awesome.
Mm.
Awesome, Mr. Sabari. Awesome. Really loved the presentation, love the systematic approach of presentation. Really comes out of someone who has so much experience in life.
Yes,
And
sir.
I can tell you that you are in the right path of learning. And again, reiterating that your karma of
Yes, sir.
taking care of things which probably you need not, but you are still doing it,
Yeah.
is something which will help you to grow in this market as well.
Thank you, sir. And once again, I place my appreciation on you. You have no awareness about how much positive impact you have made on me. And I wish I had known you 20 years before, because it's not possible. But then, before the time when I was making mistakes, if I had known you, then I would have been in much better place. But thank you anyway for coming into my life and making these changes.
Thank you, sir. It really means a lot. You are as old as my father, and
Oh,
it means a lot when you consider me to be one of your gurus. So thank you so much. And
yes,
I
sir.
really appreciate the fact that you have been using names of your gurus throughout the presentation. It really speaks a lot about the character.
Yes, sir.
Because typically it's very easy for you to say that all these are my discoveries, but the fact that you have taken learnings from everyone and you have used them efficiently and making money from market with those learnings and giving recognition to everyone, that speaks a lot about you. So thank you for doing that and
Yes, sir.
mentioning in the video.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Sabri. Thank you, friends, for watching this video. I hope you'll find it interesting. I think as a retired person, as a couple, not just a person, now that we have met ma'am as well, as a retired couple, I think they have identified their mojo. Um, Three strategies, working strategies deployed in market, lot of failures, lot of learnings, and clear cut action plan to improve in 2023. This is exactly what we all should aspire. We all should know. I have a humble suggestion. Please make this presentation like he has made. A presentation gives you a very structured way of having a record for yourself, what you are doing, what you want to do, what is your strength, what is your weakness, what are the strategies you're following. And when you revisit these presentations periodically, you actually improve. So agar ho sake, I know today's was English because he comes from down south, so we had to record in English. बट हिंदी वालों के लिए मैं कह देता हूँ कि अगर हो सके तो ऐसा प्रेजेंटेशन अपने लिए बनाइए और एक प्रोसेस बना दीजिए, बाकी सब कुछ सही चलेगा. Thank you for watching this video,
Thank you.
and I
Thank you,
hope
sir.
you'll be good with us. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.